Here we go, a standard form of a line. And this one has very specific rules as well. One's maybe more picky than the others when it comes to the coefficients, so please pay attention to that. Before we actually get to the idea, though, of standard form of a line, we need to make sure we discuss x-intercept. Kind of a no-brainer idea, really. If you have a graph, it is where your line crosses the x-axis. So y-intercept, right, is where it crosses the y-axis. X-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. So whatever that coordinate happens to be, this one looks like it could be -4, 0, right? So that's our x-intercept. There you go. Okay, so here we go, standard form. Probably the toughest for most folks to make sure they get it right, because like I said, I'm super picky. ax plus by equals c. And again, this is the generic x, the generic y. A, b, and c are coefficients. A, b, and c are integers. Okay? It says real numbers here, but they do actually have to be integers. I don't know why it says that here, so I'm going to change that just a second. So continue with that. A couple of changes there. Again, A, B, and C are all integers. No fractions in there. And A and B, again, are non-zero. Also, all three, A, B, and C, have no factors in common, again, among all three of them. And one more there, A is positive. Again, I'll be super picky. We'll do lots of examples of this. So, one more time. Standard form, ax plus by equals c, where A, B, and C are all integers. A and B are not zero. And among all three, A, B, and C, they don't have factors in common. I mean, if just B and C have a factor in common, or just A and B, that's different. But, again, they can't all three. So, if you could divide out a 2 or a 3 or whatever. And then, again, A has to be positive. That is the rules for standard form. What that really looks like, then, is this. If I had something like 4x plus 3y equals 7. Standard form of a line. And just to get down to it, we've talked so far about slope-intercept form. And that's y equals mx plus b. Point-slope form. And that's y minus y1 equals the slope m times x minus x1. Again, y and x there are the generic y and x, whereas the y1 and x1 are parts of a point. Please note, if it's, again, subtraction here, obviously that means that the number is going to be positive. If it's addition, that means that the coordinate is negative. And then standard form we just talked about, ax plus by equals c. Again, a, b, and c have to all be integers, and there cannot be common factors among all three. Two of them can share a common factor, but not be something. You can't be able to divide something out of all three. Also, a has to be positive, and yep, there you go.